there's too much storage and there's not enough people, then obviously you're not going to be able to make money. Right now, the big question is your location oversaturated? So when you're looking at a property, you want to make sure that there's not too many storage facilities in the area, because the way that you really calculate your storage facility is, whether or not a storage facility is going to make money is by, it's called net capita per square feet. And so then you want to calculate all of the population in an area and then the total amount of square footage in the area. All right. And then you want to divide that, and then you want to come up with this number. It's like a whole formula, right? But what's happening is that there is saturation, a lot of saturation in certain areas. I would say most of the saturation is going to be in your primary market, and then some saturation in your secondary market. Tertiary markets don't have a lot of saturation, but it's getting to the point where you still want to know, is there too many storage facilities in this little tiny town compared to how many people are living in this town, right? If there's too much storage and there's not enough people, then obviously you're not going to be able to make money, okay? And actually, when you talk to banks, like, this is one of the things that they're looking at. I mean, they're looking at feasibility. They're looking at how many storage facilities are being built in this area, and then within the next 2 to 5 years, are you going to have too many storage facilities in this area? Because this is a major concern, and that is because of this crazy building time and all the stuff that happened in the last couple of years. So now we're in 2023, and interest rates are 8 to 12%, depending on what type of a loan that you get. And so when your interest rate is this high, then you have to make sure that your purchase price is at the right price. And so the way that banks work, you have conventional loans. And then you also have SBA, which is typically the two kind of ways that you're going to fund secondary and tertiary market deals, like less than $2 million, or say less than $3 million. You're going to kind of go this way, right? Now, when you get into like bigger facilities, you could do like commercial mortgage-backed securities and stuff. But we're we're little people. We can only afford so much. And I'm going to show you how to get your foot in the door. And typically, you're going to be going through one of these two options on the bank side. Okay, on the bank side. So on the conventional loan right now, and what I'm seeing is, again, 30% down, 8% interest. We are running our numbers at 30% down and 8% interest. Okay, we're running our cap rate, the market cap rate, at a 7. Okay. And now, in a primary market, it would be different. And then in a tertiary market, really, honestly, for a tertiary, secondary, and tertiary. Okay. Markets. That's where we're at. We're going for a 7 cap is what we're doing. And then on top of that, these are fixed loans. So they're not changing. Like, this is it. And the terms are typically, it's a 5-year balloon. And it's like amortized over 20 years. Sometimes you can get 30 years, but it's like the amortization. That says amortization right there. Okay. Now, so amortization is like, oh, let me just try to like spread that mortgage out over like 20 or 30 years. And so I can make that mortgage as small as possible. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. And you'll have a balloon. And so this is a typical conventional loan. So when I say conventional loan, if it's under $1 million, under $1 million, then you're going to go with a local bank. Okay. And if it's above $1 million, you could still do local or you could do nationwide. Okay. Because nationwide banks, like they really just want like bigger deals. They don't want like smaller. Most of them, I'd say most of them, like they always say they could do a smaller deal, but in the end, they don't want to do smaller deals. Okay. So typically what I tell my students is like if we find an $800,000 deal that we want to buy, I just say, just go talk to your local bank. A local bank is going to be like a community bank. It's like, or a farm and land bank or farm and trust, or, nothing like Wells Fargo or Bank of America or something like this. Okay. You're going to just do like in that town or in that area, just the smallest bank that you can find. They love storage facilities. Hey everybody, this is Stacy here. Thank you so much for watching this video. I am here to teach you how to get your foot into this industry. You're watching this video because you want to learn how to get started in self-storage investing, or maybe you own facilities and you want to be a better manager, a better owner. That is what I do, is I teach people how to do that. So please like this video and also subscribe, hit the subscribe button, because that's what YouTube wants. So in order for me to get out the word on how to get started in this industry, I really need your help. Again, I appreciate you listening to me, and I'm here to help you on this journey, and I will see you in the next video. Take care.